in the case of Scott Peterson, the man convicted of killing his pregnant wife, Laci, and their unborn son, Connor. They were convicted in 2004. He was Scott Peterson. His death sentence was overturned a year ago. Now, prosecutors have announced they won't be asking for the death penalty phase to be retried. We take you back now to when Scott Peterson was interviewed, then arrested.
What should be done with Scott Peterson?
I think he's guilty. Really, really guilty.
Laci Peterson, the pretty 27-year-old mother-to-be, vanished without a trace.
In my mind, I keep hearing Laci say to me, "Mom, please find me and Connor and bring us home. I'm scared."
I really had a lot of compassion for him at first, but now it just kind of leaves you thinking, you know, is there more to it?
I heard a very strong woman's scream, and what it was, "Help me."
I had nothing to do with Laci's disappearance.
Scott has not been forthcoming with information regarding my sister's disappearance, and I'm only left to question what else he may be hiding.
Discoveries of the remains of a woman and unborn baby, just miles from where Scott Peterson went fishing.
Final defendant, Scott Peterson, guilty of the crime of...
He killed them. They had everything was correct. I'm glad that he was found guilty. Justice has been served.
At the end, the verdict, no emotion. No anything.
So that is the juror that we will discuss coming up on a possible new trial. I want to bring in criminologist, HLN contributor Casey Jordan. Casey, good to see you. Scott Peterson says, look, I'm innocent. I didn't get a fair trial. Could you see him taking the stand if he does get another trial?
I don't think you're ever going to see Scott Peterson take the stand. Now, what we're seeing with these decisions is some very clever and good defense work on behalf of his defense team. But the viewers may be confused. There's two different things going on. Number one, they wanted the death penalty removed, and they had some good legal arguments for that, having to do with the judge excluding jurors who were against the death penalty. At this point, we are just seeing that the DA, the prosecution, is just not going to fight that anymore. It just doesn't seem worth it to them. But the other thing the defense attorneys are going to do is seek a new trial. Now, that has not yet been determined. But if it is reverted and remanded back to the original trial, and the original court, and they give him a new trial, he gets to put on a whole new defense. He could take the stand, but I don't think anyone thinks that's a good idea. I think that they're just going to try to prove that there's enough reasonable doubt somebody else did it and see if they could have him freed forever. But for now, he stays in prison.
Casey, you know who may take the stand is Amber Fry. In a recent interview, she said, look, the truth is the truth, and if necessary, if he does get a new trial, I will testify against him.
Oh, that is what everyone would love to see again. I mean, Amber Fry is the whole reason this case broke. Once everyone understood that Scott Peterson had a woman on the side, there was your motive for getting rid of Laci. And, you know, you have to consider that Laci's family has suffered tremendously since this murder, but Amber was kind of the star witness in the original trial. And to know that 16, 17 years later, she is still willing to get on the stand and still strong as ever to make sure that he is reconvicted if it comes to that, that's to me the linchpin for the district attorney. If they have Amber, they can probably get their conviction all over again.
It is chilling looking back, isn't it, Casey, and listening to Scott, not really crying, not really upset, but saying in a soft voice that he doesn't know what happened to his wife.
I think we are all familiar with the antics of Scott Peterson, and there are many people who consider that his kind of flat affect, his behavior, not just during the trial and during the investigation, but while in prison, is that of perhaps a psychopath. I mean, the bottom line is that he was convicted, and there are very few people who think he is factually innocent, other than his defense attorneys. In the end, a new jury will make a decision, but I don't think his behavior over the past 15, 16, 17 years is going to have helped. And it's going to be really hard to find a jury who is truly impartial, I would argue, and has never heard of this case. They're going to have to work really hard to find a jury, but if they find one, I think the evidence is going to get him reconvicted.